On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
It's a different definition. It's not that you're acting necessarily like a woman. It's how to be more and more, like a woman. Like, I want you to not do this and that, but it doesn't go with the men. You saying, like, I'm thinking
Yeah,
like,
I understand what you're saying.
but it's different.
Yeah, I think the woman that has feminine traits, though, it'll always show up in her actions.
Mm-hmm.
And I think El Guapo talks about this. It's that feminine amplifier. Like when you are in your feminine energy, it amplifies the man to be masculine. Think about it. At least for the brothers, we know the girls that were dainty, that were demure, that were just, they were soft and all these different things. Man, we wouldn't let nobody lay a hand on them. The girls that come out barking, beating their chest, rah, 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 I got this motherfucker. You can't tell me this, that, third. Okay, well, you got it then. Go ahead, boo.
That's
you
masculine.
Got it. That's the masculine, yeah.
Yeah, and I think Rilla was questioning, asking me as far as the women, especially the messages that I get. I'll say this, as far as being a debutante and charm school, it's when you're younger, but it's an essence of mothers trying to teach their child and condition their child to be, I guess I can say feminine and dainty, but being a woman. So being a debutante is you're becoming, now you're a woman, so it was your stepping out. But that's when you're young. That don't happen when you're older. And Black debutantes, it's not a lot of us. It wasn't a lot. And that had to do with financially and being able to do that, being in Jack and Jill. So it wasn't a lot. It was a very small percentage. Charm school, like I said, I had my daughter in it. She's only one out of 15 white girls. It's just her as a Black girl. So it ain't a lot of it as far as with Blackness. So to answer your question, Rilla.
All right, I'm gonna chime in on it for a little bit. I think you guys all made some great points, but in my opinion, just off of my experience, can they change? It's a small amount. A small amount can change, but I think that a lot of women that was raised that way, and then you have some women that may go through some experience that may just change their whole path. Period. Trauma, and so they need therapy. But to answer you guys' question, I believe a few can change, but not all. It'll be hard. It'll be real hard for them to change.
Do you think that it's hard for them to change because, the more, I'm just being honest, man, the more I look at the landscape, we see with the observable eye, Kevin Samuels on this program asked, do modern women understand how bad it's got? And I don't even think, people that are not objective, not introspective with themselves, they don't even know what they don't know. You know what I'm saying? So is it that they won't change, can't change because they don't even know how bad it is with themselves?
I don't think they know how bad it is. And I don't think that they know how to listen. I think they start to look at things when stuff hit the fan, like Anton say, whenever they are going through the motions and arguing, or they been through multiple relationships, or like they can't seem to get along with family members. I think that then is that time where they may look at themselves, but that's a small percentage.
Bro, it's so funny because, like, it's been very well documented. Like, I don't consider family to be, I don't consider family to be bloodline. I consider family to be the people that aligns with me and is going in the direction that I'm going in, that truly rock with me. It's not based off of bloodline. And so for a lot of my family members, I've divided myself or separated myself against them because we not on the same page. Rita is, boy, she is the pacifier. It's so hard to get her a lot of times to separate herself because she just loves people. She just wants them to get along. She always dedicated to people. You know what I'm saying? It's like all she know is, "Aw, love, aw, Anton, can you be nicer? Aw, let's all get along." Like that's just all she know. All she know is love, like nurturing, looking out for people, trying to figure out how she can give away all my money. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all she know, and that's just instinctively who she is. And so, you know, it takes me to kind of pull it back and say, nah, we not rocking with him, and it's just gonna hurt her feelings. Boy, she gonna be broken, but she gonna do what I say. You know what I'm saying? She gonna rock according to how we gonna go, but it's just instinctively in her to always be living in that feminine space, to where she just trying to make sure that everybody is always loved and taken care of, and no kind of, like, if she sees something popping off or some kind of confrontation, she just instinctively just step behind me. She don't talk, she don't move, she just step right behind me. She don't even react.
Anton, let me ask you something. Just in line with this question and how you're elaborating on your relationship with wifey, right? Because one of the things that's come up on this platform a lot of times is, you know, and I've come to a particular realization when I say this, but does femininity switch on and off? And if so, is your masculinity contingent on your wife's femininity?
No, I'm gonna be me no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And she gonna be exactly what she's supposed to be no matter what. Like, none of it is contingent on anything. Like, my wife she's been feminine since day one, from the day I've met her. She's always been that type of person, and it wasn't contingent upon who she was around or if she was in the hood or anything like that. She's just always just been a very nice, smiling lookout. The very first time my mom ever met her, she just fell in love with her. She was just like, that is the sweetest girl that I've ever seen you bring around, Anton, and that's your wife.
I have a question. Super random, but I just thought about it. I'm sorry. What makes a man feminine?
Is that a trick question?
No, I'm asking, what are the attributes of a man that's feminine?
I'm gonna leave that one to Rilla, because I'm gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, I think no, you're not gonna get in trouble. I mean, please jump in. But I think, you know, to the observable eye, is men that are soft. You know what I'm saying? Men that have no vision, no leadership, no sense of direction. Men that, you know, automatically defer to women for leadership. That's considered feminine. Men that carry themselves like a female. When you look at a man and he's actually carrying himself, and you can identify like that energy, you're like, yo, that's effeminate. Because when men get together, we're having these robust conversations. We're exchanging ideas. We're casting vision amongst each other. We're building, right? The men that we consider, well, most time, I'm not gonna say whatever. The men that we consider to be feminine, that would be looked at as feminine, are actually the dudes that, you know, I know Anton talks about, you know, victim Olympics and stuff like that, but dudes that constantly complain, can't take accountability for themselves. Everything is always everybody else's fault. And I'm not tripping. It's cool to acknowledge, you know, what you've been through, but the dudes that's constantly whining and complaining, everything is everybody else's fault. Oh yeah, you a powder puff girl, man. You gotta move around with that type of energy, man.
Well, and I think the reason why I'm asking, because I'm thinking about femininity, and then when I think about when men are called effeminate or feminine, the definition kind of changed. It's you're acting like a woman. But then when we talk about women being feminine, it's a different definition. It's not that you're acting necessarily like a woman. It's how to be more and more, you know, like a woman. Like, I want you to not do this and that, but it doesn't go to the men. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking like,
yeah, I understand what you're saying,
but it's different.
Yeah, I think the woman that has feminine traits, though, it'll always show up in her actions. And I think El Guapo talks about this. It's that feminine amplifier. Like, when you are in your feminine energy, it amplifies the man to be masculine. Think about it. I mean, at least for the brothers, we know the girls that were dainty, that were demure, that were just, you know, they were soft and all these different things. Man, we wouldn't let nobody lay a hand on them. The girls that come out barking, beating their chest, rah, rah, I got this motherfucker. You can't tell me this, that, third. Okay, well, you got it then. Go ahead, boo.
That's
you
masculine.
got it. That's the masculine. Yeah.